What's the perfect INFJ career? What jobs are right for you? What makes work enjoyable for a person of your personality type? And how can you find a career that won't bore you? Stick around because we're going to answer all four of those questions in today's show. Let's debunk a popular myth right off the bat. There is no list of ideal INFJ careers. There is a number of possibilities of things that you could do that you could really enjoy. What's more important is finding a job or a career that fits your personality and that aligns with your unique gifts and the way that your mind works. So rather than list a number of careers that would fit you, I'm going to share 4 key things that your ideal job should include. And the first of those things is creativity. Deep down inside you, you have a creative core. That's because your mind's driven by a mental process or mindset called introverted intuition. And this is a process that connects the dots easily, that thinks outside the box and is compelled to make and create original things. I finished a book recently in which I learned that when you as an INFJ don't get the opportunity to create on a regular basis, you might actually get sick. In fact, I think there was a time in my life where I was feeling stressed just because I wasn't creating on a regular basis. If you just look at your life, I bet on the side you have some sort of creative project. For me, that was playing music and writing songs. I've also enjoyed making interesting gifts for family members like slideshows and videos. Just anything that allows me free creative control. It's energizing and I need it in my life, and I bet that you do too. Now, the type of creativity that you employ will vary based on what kind of person you are and what kind of INFJ you are. Some of us are more visually inclined, others of us really enjoy working with words, and even others enjoy working with sounds, or some combination of all three. So a lot depends on your unique gifting, but creativity is really important to INFJs, and your job should give you an opportunity to use it on a regular basis, or you might get stressed out. And this is because you are a dominant intuitive. You are a creative person at your core, even though that's not what the world sees. They see a really friendly, kind, considerate person. Deep down inside, you are creative and you need an outlet for that creativity. And more specifically, you'll be most satisfied when you get to make things that help other people and help other people grow. So if you can create some kind of video content or some kind of graphic or some kind of writing or whatever else you might create that helps a person to overcome a challenge they have or to become something that they really want to be, that's good for the world and for their family or for whatever they're trying to accomplish, that's going to be satisfying to you. The second thing you must have in your career is an opportunity to learn and grow continually. And this is because you're super intuitive, as Tiger Barron and Tegan would say it. You're a person that's a sponge for knowledge, particularly of subjects of interest. So if you get the opportunity to learn, you love to learn all there is to learn about that topic and to really dig deep into it. Furthermore, as an intuitive, you need the chance to develop new skills and try new things. You're going to get bored if you're stuck using the same skills over and over again. Another facet of learning is that it gives you the opportunity to grow and reach your potential. As an idealist, you as an INFJ, as an idealist, want the best possible outcome. You see what could be in the future. So if you're stuck doing the same thing all the time, you're not going to be satisfied. You need an opportunity to push the lid off of your potential and to step outside of your comfort zone and to continue to grow and develop as a person. That's one reason why many INFJs are into personal growth and tend to love the self-help section of the library. This truth can be illustrated just by taking a look at your past and your own life. Most INFJs that I know enjoy spending time researching a topic in depth. One INFJ I know would spend hours researching eagles, bald eagles in particular, in her area, astronomy and geology. In fact, she was so deep into her research one time that she completely forgot to pick her daughter up from soccer practice. Looking back at my own life, I remember times as a first and second grader where I was surrounded by a pile of books on reptiles and amphibians, while my classmates were reading about make-believe characters and their adventures. I just loved being a subject area expert. As I got older, I continued to love to learn about specific topics that interested me, and specifically the ones that involved some kind of theory. So for a while, I was into fish and why fish fed at certain times of the year, because I loved bass fishing. So I'd come up with these theories based on what I was reading for why fish migrated and ate certain baits at certain times of the year. I just wanted to understand how it all worked together. For a while, I studied some music theory because I was trying to understand how my instrument worked and how I could write better songs. Why am I sharing all this? Just to say that I bet if you take a little bit of time to look back on your life, you will find that learning has been something that you've really enjoyed. In fact, for many of us, I think it gives us a high when we're learning something new and starting to master it. So your work should ask you to learn on a regular basis and keep you from using the same skills over and over again without a chance to stretch and grow. Third, you're going to want work that allows you to do both the creating and the learning in an environment where you can focus without interruption. This is so important. Because you like to go deep, you can't have people intruding on you. And because you're an introvert, to do your best thinking, you need to get in the zone. In fact, when you have 15 to 20 minutes to really zero in on a topic, you're going to take your focus creating and learning to the next level. And you're going to be able to do things that other people couldn't. And you're going to be able to push past challenges that maybe others couldn't as well, just because of your unique gifts. But until you have the chance to focus in depth and really concentrate and to use your greatest strength, you're going to be frustrated and you're going to be feeling as if you're not able to use all of your abilities and work to your greatest potential. So it's really important that you have the opportunity to work in an environment where you won't be interrupted. And ideally, you should be able to do this 2 to 3 hours per day on a regular basis, and maybe even 4. But this is your greatest strength, so you really need the environment where you can do this. This is ideal. Now, it may not work out that you can do it every day, but you should at least be able to do it on a regular basis. There's a great book by Jeremy Kubicek and Steve Cochran entitled The 5 Gears, in which the authors talk about the kind of work that allows you to get into a deeper focus. And they say that there are different degrees of focus and productivity. And when you can get to the 5th level, when you're in a state of flow, that's when you're going to be most productive. And not everybody has the ability to get to that 5th gear. A lot depends on personality, and there are strengths and weaknesses to every personality type. But your strength is that you can get into that 5th gear and really go deep. In fact, Cal Newport has written about this in his book entitled Deep Work, and that might be another good one for you to check out to better understand why it's important to be able to focus and really crank out the kind of work where you have to think deeply, creatively, and where you have to begin to connect all the ideas that you're learning as you learn continually. So find work that allows you to focus without interruption. A 4th thing that you're definitely going to want in your career is the opportunity to connect with other people. And here's the tension, because while you need that time to focus and to really delve deeply into something that you care about to create, to learn, and to put the two together, you also are a social person, a very social person, and you need relationships. That's how you're wired. So somehow you have to figure out how to marry the two. Now, a caveat. Generally, when you go to work with people, you end up working with too many people. And that's overly taxing for you. That ends up being draining. So what you really need is an opportunity to connect one-on-one or in small groups with other people, especially when you can be helping those other people grow, develop, and change for the better. Another opportunity or another way you could structure your day is where you work on your own for a while, but then you have a warm and friendly, respectful, collegial environment where you can bounce your ideas off of other people. So that human interaction might be with colleagues whom you trust and respect for their work and for the relationship that you built with one another. And even better, if you can have both the working with people and helping them grow and the relationships with people whom you respect and whose work you respect, that would be the piece de resistance. That would be the best. So if you can create an environment where you both get to focus and you get to be working with other people to help them grow and just to get some feedback on your ideas and help you process your thoughts and feelings as they tend to build up just because you're an INFJ. That would be the ideal career for you. Want to learn more about your INFJ personality and figure out what your strengths are so that you can use them in work and find a job that energizes you and that lets you help people grow and does so in a way that's rewarding and meaningful for you and won't let you get bored? Grab a copy of my recent book, The INFJ Personality Guide, absolutely free. It'll help you reach your potential, live a life of purpose, and overcome some common INFJ challenges. You can get a free copy of this book by texting the letters INFJ to the number 444999 or visit ispeakpeople.com/INFJ-personality-guide. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it served you and that you found it helpful. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, I encourage you to do that. I'm putting out new content each and every week for INFJs just like you. See you next time.